run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there's a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation?
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, InfoWars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking their hands down on the pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere. And that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch, the Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of using chemical weapons against the so-called rebels.
What we see now is a war against reality. It's a war against the truth.
It's more vital than ever that supporters of freedom become members of PrisonPlanet.tv and share their membership with up to 11 friends and family. Visit InfoWarsNews.com today. Become a member, share your membership, and help take the InfoWar to the next level.
We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
Well, we are the heart of the resistance, ladies and gentlemen, and it shows that resistance is victory. All that evil men and tyrants need to flourish is that good men and women do nothing, to quote Thomas Jefferson. Coming up, syndicated radio talk show host Larry Elder is going to be joining us to give his take on all of the race baiting and racial division that the Democrats and others are pushing, coming up at the bottom of the next hour. We've got a whole slew of reports that haven't even premiered yet. Some of them haven't premiered. Shot last night during Cinco de Mayo to break down more of the globalist balkanization. That's going to come up in the third hour. Continuing here with what I've been getting into the last 10 minutes or so, this video that we're going to play in a moment and go to Paul Watson to get his take on it. Woman celebrates her, quote, cool abortion on YouTube. And if you're a radio listener, you got to see the video at Infowars.com. We can't shy away from this type of stuff. I didn't want to look at it this morning, but I did. We can't turn away from the crimes that are going on. And it is a crime against humanity that 53 million babies have been killed in this country. It's a crime against humanity that 52% of blacks never see the light of day and are chopped up before they're born. It is a dehumanizing travesty that they've sold human extinction and human exterminism as liberty. And again, I am not judging or attacking people that have first-term abortions. What you need to understand is, ladies and gentlemen, that I understand that a lot of you do it because you're scared, you don't have money, you don't enjoy it. Later you feel terrible about it. It increases your cancer risk. It's sold as the thing to do. It's horrible to have kids. The media tells you. I'm not judging you if your heart's right. But people that celebrate it, like Gloria Steinem of the CIA, she admittedly is with the CIA and started Miss Magazine with the CIA, who wears shirts, and we have images of it in the article, saying I had an abortion and doing weird Illuminati hand signs, and women acting how sexy it is, putting their hand on another pregnant woman's belly lovingly and rubbing it. There's videos of that going, ooh, we're showing you photos of it right now on screen if you're a TV viewer. Oh, you're going to have an abortion. Ooh, ooh. Making it loving and motherly to have an abortion. You're like walking in and going, I love you, little baby, with a straight razor and slitting a child's throat. They are twisting everything. Save the earth, abort a child. What did Bill Maher famously say last year? He goes, I want more death, more abortion, more killing, more suicide. Get the highway moving. You have highways because we built a society with large numbers of people. That is civilization. You go beneath 2.1 children for every couple, you have societal collapse, like you're seeing in Japan, like you're seeing in Greece, like you're seeing in Spain, Portugal, Italy. You're seeing people have 1.3 kids and collapse of society. You got to have 2.1 to replace, because about 0.1% die in car wrecks or die young. You got to have 2.1. And wise guys always email me and go, how do adults have 2.1 children? It's in an average of billions of people. And you know that. 2.1's replacement rate. To have a growing society, you need really 3 children. The population's going to stop at 9 billion and then start plunging like it's done in the industrialized world. We need to stabilize.
On that, I'm just consistent, like the Pope is consistent. The Pope is consistently pro-life. I'm consistently pro-death.
There you go. And the full quote is, I want more death on the highways, more death everywhere, more suicides, more death, get the highway moving. Maybe we can find that full clip. Bill Maher, the planet is overcrowded and we need to promote death. Well, it'd be like being in the ocean. If you swim up to a coral reef and you see 1,000 fish, but then you swim another 2 miles and don't see anything but a few starfish, because all the life gets around the city. All the life gets around where there's other people. And it creates the perception that things are overpopulated. I will say that China and India, talking to a lot of people that have been there, is overpopulated and is collapsing. But they've got, between the two countries, 40% of the world's population. And it's very small geographically. And it is an issue. But do you then just sell that humans are all scum and devalue human life and target the weakest, and across the board have yuppies and high-income people are the main group not having children, so that the people with high IQs, a.k.a. idiocracy, don't reproduce? And so what we get is eugenics in reverse. And that's what the globalists have set up, where you dumb everyone down.
I'm for regulars, though. I'm for whatever gets the freeway moving. That's what I'm for.
All right, wait.
It's too crowded.
So
the planet is too crowded, and we need to promote death.
When I look at the Venn diagram of people who are pro-death penalty and pro-choice, I don't think they intersect. You may be the lone person in the world at that intersection.
Yeah, and people always say it's weird. People that are pro-death penalty usually are pro-life, because they want to kill hardened criminals that hurt innocents or murder innocents. People think thou shalt not kill in the Bible. It actually says thou shalt not murder. Murder. Go out and kill an innocent person. I mean, King David was not violating the 10 Commandments when he was out killing Philistines. They were attacking him. They were attacking. They were offensive. It's normal and natural and healthy. And quite frankly, something's wrong with you if someone's trying to kill you and you don't fight back. And then it feels good when someone's trying to kill you and you defeat them. Not because you enjoy hurting people, you enjoy surviving and crushing a predator. You punch a predator in the nose and watch their bone come out the top of their face and blood spray everywhere. It's not that you're a sadist, it's that you're defeating someone that wanted to rob you and assault you and hurt you, and it's natural, just like lancing a pus-filled boil. You don't like pus, but there's a satisfaction in seeing the pus come out, knowing your brain tells you, good job, you just got the pus out. Well, we need to lance the boil, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to get to this video and then go to Paul Watson and wrote an article about it. But I want to dovetail this with the Journal of Bioethics coming out and saying kill babies up to age 3. Remember that in 2012? Eugenicists argue killing newborn babies should be allowed. Shocking reminder that eugenicist belief underpin medical establishment. This is a very popular view sold at universities, you name it. Women are taught, go out and have a career. Don't ever get married. Don't ever have kids. Defeat the life cycle. Satisfy yourself. Then they hit 40 and they freak out and start trying to have kids across the board. And they're like, oh, it was totally true. I didn't understand. I mean, you know, you see women out there who literally, I'm sorry, we don't have time to date. We don't have time to go on vacation. We've got to make it and show that women can have a career. Well, if you want to have a career, great. And women can do a great job in business across the board. Women are smarter than men in many respects, in my view. The issue is you're being biologically targeted so that there is no family structure and the state can absorb humanity in a literal mothballing project to get rid of humanity. Devil worshippers cringe over Hail Satan abortion chants. WorldNet Daily. This is what's going on. So what am I getting at here? Woman celebrates her cool abortion. A counselor at a New Jersey abortion clinic celebrated her own abortion by posting on YouTube in order to treasure her special memory. And we are going to illustrate the societal sickness here under fair use and analyze the entire degenerate display. Emily Letts recorded the lead up to the procedure and some of the abortion itself as part of an effort to inspire women who may feel guilty or scared about terminating their pregnancies. I mean, I feel scared going into the dentist, folks. You better be scared. Writing about the experience in a Cosmopolitan piece, how sexy it is, Letts admits that her failure to use protection during sex was crazy, given her role as an abortion advisor, illustrating how many women treat abortion as merely another form of birth control. Once I caught my breath, I knew immediately I was going to have an abortion. This is all a pitch, folks. This is standard CIA Miss Magazine stuff. I knew I wasn't ready to take care of a child. The guy wasn't involved in my decision. She also makes the statement, see, how dare her go to the guy and say, hey, you want to have this kid? No. He'll never know. I learned years later that women I dated had abortions. And that's when I committed to be monogamous. I mean, I'm not saying I'm some angel here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm red-blooded the way God made me. And these women would always go get an abortion and then want to break up with me and would always be angry at me that they'd had an abortion when I was ready for them to have a kid. But I matured and grew up, and by the time I was 20 or so, 22, and committed that I wasn't going to run around because I didn't want to be signed on, even by abstentia, in a purgatory, to the abortions. Letts describes her role of encouraging women to terminate their pregnancies as a perfect world that fulfills me in so many different ways. Imagine, I mean, this was literally, I predict, written by the CIA or by Planned Parenthood, same thing. And again, Miss Magazine was set up by the CIA. Gloria Steinem admits it. Look it up. I remember Rush Limbaugh, when I was a senior in high school, saying Miss Magazine was the CIA, and Gloria Steinem had admitted it in a book. I forget the name. And my mother had the book on her shelf, and I'd seen that book, and I went in, pulled it off, went to the bibliography, and found the quote Limbaugh had said.